Hello and welcome back to What is K-pop podcast, in which we're talking all things K-pop as always. Seriously. Uh, hi, I'm Sophie. I have been doing this podcast for 2 years, and I got into K-pop 5 years ago, and we have been talking about BTS's solo stuff. I nearly said in hyphen solo stuff, which is not what we've been doing. We are talking about V's solo stuff. It's so weird to call him that. Like, I know that's technically his stage name, but like, I think most people, or at least like in the fandom circle, they just refer to him as Taehyung. Right? Taehyung. Don't know how to say it. Taehyung. So I'll just say it. I'll just say Taehyung. Um, But yeah, technically I mean V from BTS. I'm also going to put some hand cream on because my hands are a wee bit dry. But yes, if you did not hear the episode from Wednesday, would it have been Wednesday or did I talk about it on? Today I'm recording this on Thursday. This goes out on Saturday, I believe. But on Wednesday I got my second low piercing done. Fun. Yeah, so God, like over a year ago now. It was at the start of March last year. I just decided I was gonna get my nose pierced, and then it kind of went a bit weird. Like it just wasn't healing properly, so we took it out after a week. And then, like, I kid you not, about 16 hours before I booked myself to get my second lobes done. Yeah, I've been like toying with the idea of getting it done and then having the thirds done eventually, so I can have like traffic lights in my ears, like red, orange, and green earrings in for some reason. So yeah, I got that done yesterday. Doesn't really hurt, Obviously, you can feel it obviously when you accidentally touch it, but that is kind of what we're doing. It was such like a random thing that I did as well. But to be fair, I think that's like the best sort of thing that you can do is to just do it. It's happened, and then you feel the consequences. Yeah, those were good words. I'm trying to find. It doesn't say as to like his solo songs that he's done in the different albums. Fair enough. Uh, yeah, I know what I mean. I don't like it when Google sasses me. I'm like, yeah, I know I've just typed a weird fucking thing. Okay, I'm aware of that. I did that. I am aware. Alright? Do not be sassing me. So, Taehyung, he, I guess, released his first solo song with the Wings album. I should have technically started with the Wings album because that was like um the start for a lot of the members doing their solo stuff, but I didn't, and here we are. But Taehyung did did a song called Stigma. Will I remember that? That is a good point. Let's have a look. Oh, of course, it doesn't have the lyrics on there. That would have been helpful. I don't know. I don't have the sound on, so that would be good. Through the performance thingy. Oh well, but he did release that. And on the 29th of well, yeah, so firstly on the 29th of February 2016, Big Hit announced that Taehyung would be making his acting debut in Harang. And as part of the drama soundtrack, he released It's Definitely You with Jin. And I wanted to mention that because it's kind of a solo, but it's like his solo endeavors, but a song with his bandmate. So, kind of. Then in 2019, he released two singles, Scenery on the 30th of January and Winter Bear on the 9th of August. And he also did the song Sweet Night for the Korean drama Itaewon Class in 2020. It doesn't say the exact date on here, unfortunately, but I'm sure I could find it. But oh, I've got hand cream everywhere. Oh dear. I'm a mess, is what we're figuring this and I'm figuring out today. So, I mean, like, who doesn't know that I'm a mess? Should we just go on to his Wikipedia? Would that just be easier? Okay, found it. So, sorry about all of this funny little hee hee ha ha changes. Okay, so after Stigma in 2016, Taehyung did a song for Love Yourself Tear, as we know, Singularity, on the 7th of May 2018. And it was written by Charles J. Perry and RM, with Perry being the sole producer. Okay. I love Singularity. It's so weird. Like, it is so Taehyung, honestly. Like, with like isn't Stigma the one with the bed? Isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, so Singularity, it's such a weird performance. Like, the choreography, I'm like, I kind of love that. It's just odd. And I love odd things. And then in 2018, he released Inner Child for Map of the Soul 7. Yeah, Map of the Soul 7. To think about that just then. Can I find it? I can. Just going through BTS's. Yeah, Map of the Soul 7. Don't mind me being a mess as always. Do. Yeah, it was on that. I have got this album. Which album version do I even have? 3? Is it that one? Probably. I don't know. Just shrugging. I'm like, you can't obviously see me, but I'm just shrugging. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so in 2020 it was Sweet Night and Snowflower featuring Peak Boy in 2020. Then in 2021, on the 24th of December 2021, Christmas Tree was released as an OST for Our Beloved Song, which that show, oh my good lord, there are, I've watched quite a few K-dramas over the years. I don't think I've watched a new one all the way through since, oh God, it's been a while. Um, Queen of Tears? Maybe even My Demon? Yeah, I think My Demon maybe. It's been a while. Um, yeah, yeah, I think that one, yeah. I don't know, I've not really, K-dramas haven't really caught my attention recently. It's fair enough. Like probably when, Song Kang gets back into it. Um, I like the shorter dramas, like, there's another one called A Time Called You. It was 12 episodes, an hour each or so, and it has on Hyosop in it. He was the voice of Jinu in K-pop Demon Hunters, and Rowoon, who was in FS9, SF9, he was a guest star person. He was just in it as the original Yeonjun's crush in I think in, yeah, 2009 or 2007. Um, so I prefer like those types of drums, I think, where it's like a lot shorter. But yeah, Our Beloved Summer was so weird. It was like, when you can just feel that like a couple is just trying to be together because they just don't want to break up, but they also like this couple, they constantly have breaks, and it just feels like they're two completely different people. Like, as in, they're classmates, they get along on like a surface level. Like, I kind of got along with my classmates, like, I didn't really care to talk to them, mainly because of the fact I just didn't really want to be in the lessons. It's like I would talk to them, but I wouldn't go out with them. God no. They, again, they're just friends. They're just people who I go to school with, and like she what is the characters' names? That is a good point. Tell me, children. Yeah, Choi Young and Young and Kook Kyung Soo. They It genuinely feels as though they just hate each other, and like, I understand it's meant to be cute, and I do like the show, but I prefer so much Jiyoung and whatever the woman's name is, the um I guess it's Cheran, I think, like their little cute little romance, and just the fact that like there was this moment where what's his name again? Ji-young and Dong-il are talking, and Dong-il, he was the like the person who made the documentary. It's called a PD in Korea, but like a director of sorts. He said something about being like 20 or something, about being young when they did the documentary the first time, and then coming back 10 years later to do like a reunion thing. And Ji-young just kind of insults him. He's like, "Oh, you don't look a day over 40." And he's like, "I'm not. Like, I've not turned 40 yet," or something. I've not watched it recently, but I do remember that bit. And like the random illnesses, like Eung and Ji-young get, like they both have fevers at some point, and Ji-young, he acts exactly like my dad does when he's ill. Oh my good lord. I get to roast my dad on here, and it is wonderful. And I know for a fact it's kind of annoying. Like, people don't want to listen to that because, I'd like to hope that my podcast, is a safe place. But at the moment, my dad has a cold, in quotes, cold. And he's like, it's like the Energizer Bunny has like taken away his batteries. I'm like, the Duracell Bunny, do you mean? And I'm like, okay, you're tired. You're also 67 and you work as though you're 20 and you wonder why you're tired? Like, okay, like, what do you want me to do for you about this? Like, yeah. I also said like I wanted to do a podcast, which I am doing right now, obviously. But I kind of wanted to just do my college work. But it's like so annoying because he'll like tell me stories from his reels, and he like repeats the same stories over and over again, or like tells them in a slightly different way, or like tells me AI stories that I know are AI stories, but I'm like, I can't tell him that because he's just like, oh, but it's on Facebook, it's on Reels, like it can't be fake. Like, you're alright then. Whatever you say, mate. But yeah, it's so but yeah, my beloved our beloved summer is one of those dramas where I'm like, why did I watch that? To be fair, it has the same age has the same energy as Behind Your Touch, which actually might be my last drama that I fully watched. It was about this vet person who gains the ability to see people's memories through touching them. Like if they touch a certain part of their body, they can see the memories. And the thing is that this vet, she was examining a cow, I think, yeah, because the cow was pregnant and was like helping it, you know, and obviously was touching cow's bottom behind the derriere, if you will. And it means that obviously she has to touch people's butts. And this is so random. And like it gets to a point during the drama where in which like she has to take care of her hands. So she gets like she gets like wonderful hand cream, she gets like her nails done, she gets rings, all this, that and the third. And then like as she's gaining more and more abilities to see people's memories, she actually has to like zoom in to like the memories. But the thing is that she has to actually physically like zoom in on the person's bum, and it's so weird. And Junmyeon Suho from EXO was in this drama. He was the secondary male lead, and oh my god, that paycheck must have been massive for him to do that because like Suho is like known to be like very respectful, very like to be yeah, very mindful. He's like he wouldn't like the paycheck, man. I would love to know how much he got for doing this role and like to be a fly in the wall of the meeting that he must have had with SM to say like, oh, I want to do another acting job. Here's an acting job for you. What's the acting job about? Like, who do I play? I played secondary male lead in a show in which people are touching each other's bums. It's weird. I tried to explain it to my family, and they were like, "This is weird, Sophie. You watch some really weird stuff." And recently, I've got into watching BL couples on YouTube, which is like boy love couples. Like I'm into Renjay and Bin Bin, and Joshi and I've forgotten the other person's name. It begins with H. So I'm already on the weird side of YouTube a little bit, but yeah, it was. I've probably got on really weird tangents on this podcast. But yeah, bring it back to Taehyung. Next we have his solo album. If I can stop whizzing around the cursor, I'm making myself feel ill. Um, yeah. So Layover is his debut extended play, or EP, released on the 8th of September 2023 by Big Hit Music, and it's described as being a pop, R&B, and jazz EP led by the soulful tones of V's voice. Has 6 tracks on it, with it being Rainy Days, Blue, Love Me Again, Slow Dancing for Us, and Slow Dancing piano version. Yeah, it's I have the album. I've got the purple tape one, which I can't remember the version name, but it might be like C or D. Not gonna lie, I don't love it, which I feel like knowing my musical taste, I'm like, yeah, clearly I don't love music that much. Um, but I will listen to, like, I wouldn't actively like turn it off if it came on. I just wouldn't actively search up listening to it, you know. And then a little bit afterwards, on the 22nd of October, he released Slow Dancing remixes, FR&K, Frank, I guess, and Cautious Clay remixes. And then we move on to what I consider to be the best BTS solo track, Friends. I love Friends. The first English digital single released on the 15th of March 2024. And let me tell you, if this was released now and he could perform it on music shows, definitely. I would watch them so much. Like, I was a bit dubious as to the whole thing when it was first announced, but I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. And then I was like, it was like the day or the day out, like the day of or day after it was released, and I was like, do apologise about that pause. My sister wanted my help to clean out the bath and the bathroom in general because, well, you see, my sister, she has become a clean freak since living at university. Or maybe she always was like that and then like uni exacerbated it. Probably a bit of both. Like uni just sort of hit that fire under her. Which, yeah, those that's fine. But just give the bath out and get a rinse out. You don't need to like multi-purpose surface cleaner it. To be fair, I also do clean things. But, it was quite funny. Yes. Anyway, moving on. What was I talking about? Winter ahead. So, on the 22nd of November 2024, Big Hit Music announced that Tae Hyung would be releasing the digital single Winter Ahead with Park Hyo-shin on the 29th of November. And this what? Speak! What is wrong with me? I've not actually listened to that. Yeah, the remix was a Silent Carol version, and next for them was A White Christmas. So Tae Young and Bing Crosby. I thought it was Bill Crosby for the longest time, but Bing Crosby apparently. And it's a remake of the 1942 song under the same name by Bing Crosby. I mean, I've probably heard this song, like the original. Yeah, Christmas songs are like you just sort of hear them over the years. But yeah, my favorite, just for the shits and gigs, which we love. My favorite Christmas song is actually it's called "A Fairy Tale of in New York" or "Of New York," and so I've seen a lot of like posts about it on like Americans and Canadians reacting to the song, and like I understand it's like really bad. Like in terms of like the lyrics, they're kind of bad, but they're so funny. Like, yeah, I don't know how else to explain, but it's meant to be that way. But yeah. So if you want to know, just search it up. It's Christmas, yeah. Anyway, so it was announced on the 6th of November 2024 and released on the 6th of December 2024. Next we have is Winter Ahead Young Sukchol Trio version, digital remix version, announced on the 18th of December and released on the 20th. Yeah. And yeah, that's it for these solo endeavors. Um, yeah, it's quite nice though that there's like he's done an alright amount of stuff. I don't know where I'm going with. I don't know where I'm going with most of my wording words. Yeah. It was also announced that oh, so Wherever You Are by Ummi, also featuring Ahyun, was released. I'm not too sure as to when it was. I think it would have been December of 2023. Yeah. So tomorrow it is Jin's solo episode, and then that's it for us talking about BTS's solo endeavors. I kind of thought that it was more. I thought he did more. So I guess we'll just give you a brief overview of like his early life because I want to talk about it and I find it nice. So he was born Kim Tae-hyun. Kim Tae-hyun. It's weird. I can say it naturally, but I can't say it when I'm recording. It's so weird. On the 30th of December 1995 in the Seo district of Daegu and grew up in Gyeongsang County. He is the eldest of three children with a younger brother and sister, and he's of the Gwangsang Kim clan, which, if you don't know kind of about the whole clan thing, fair enough. I'm not too sure on it either, but it's a Korean clan with its like paternal and Korean clan Bongwa. They are indicated by a combination of Bongwa and that doesn't give me any sort of information, my dude. Like I hovered over Bongwan in case it told me. Place of origin. Fucking place of I'm getting irritated. It's place of origin location Gwangsan, which is in present day Gwangju. I'm getting annoyed now. I'm feeling aggro. Okay. So the members of the Gwangsang Kim clan are the descendants of Kim Hwan Gwang, which is the third son of Kim Sinmu of Silla, which is the 45th monarch of the Silla, which is what Korea was. It was kind of so in what we now know to be North and South Korea, they had like three provinces or kingdom things called Goguryeo. I'm not too sure how to say these things. Silla and Baekje. And Silla and Baekje, they kind of have the most of South Korea and maybe a bit of the other one, which I'm not even going to try and pronounce again. And most of North Korea is a little bit Silla and the other one, not Baekje. And yeah, so Hwarang, whatever you want to call it, most period dramas, most old like when you think of period dramas in Korea, they are based in Silla, and yeah, yeah, it's quite interesting. I would love to learn more. I don't know how to learn more though, without paying money. I want a free course in which I can learn Korean history because I think it's interesting. Yeah, so that is my problem. Yeah, so within the Joseon dynasty, like people who descended from it, we have Kim Jae-seong, who was a Joseon Neo-Confucian scholar, politician, and writer. Kim Tong-ryung, he was a Joseon Imjin war general. Kim Jip, who was a Joseon Neo-Confucian scholar, politician, and writer. Kim Manjung, Korean novelist and politician, and Queen Ingyun, who is a Joseon queen consort. And then, like, known general descendants. We won't go into all of them, but the three who are, like, idols are Sola from Mamma Mia. Leslie. Jin, also from BTS, and obviously. Okay. So that is a little bit of that information for you. So Tae-hyung first aspired to be a professional singer in elementary school, and some of his father's support, he began taking saxophone lessons in early middle school as a means to pursue a musical career. Then he eventually became a trainee for Big Hit after passing an audition in Daegu, and in 2014 he graduated from the Korean Arts High School and enrolled in Global Seoul University, graduating in August of 2020 with a major in broadcasting and entertainment bachelor's degree. And as of 2021, he's enrolled at Hanyang Cyber University, pursuing a Master's of Business Administration in Advertising and Media. So yeah, that's a bit of information for you. We don't actually know too much about Tay in terms of, like, to be fair, anything really. Like, we know bits and pieces, but it's actually quite private, which fair enough. You have quite a lot of your life broadcast if you are famous, and so to kind of keep it private for so long, it's really good. And we kind of think we know ish his trying to find it his siblings' names, but they are not confirmed. But we do know that he he grew up with his grandparents a bit, and his other siblings, I believe they stayed with their parents, and that his parents are slash were slash just could continue to be relatively wealthy. It's just that for whatever reason, people seem to think that he wasn't that well off, but that was more Yoongi. Like, he kind of grew up more without with less financial means is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it weird, but yeah, no. I'm trying to find if there is exactly yeah, no, there isn't any exact knowledge on that. But yeah, it's just one of those like pervasive theories. Um yeah. And as like a fun little side again about me, because we love to talk about me, and for some reason I want to carry on talking. Um yeah, we kind of me and my sister, I mean. When I say we, I typically mean me and my sister. We would get these packets of little figurines that we would collect on a Saturday morning with our little pile of pocket money. I think we used to get, like, when I was like 8 or 9, I would get £2.50, and I would save it up every 2 weeks, and we would go to a garden centre where in which we'd get like you have like Michelin books of like things to spot, and they were £5 each, and so I would save up my money to buy them, and in hopes that I could like spy them. I think they're called I Spy books, and I don't know if they're still around now. We would do that, and then I remember we stopped kind of getting pocket money when my sister protested because the rule was that when you every birthday it goes up by 50p. So by the time I would have been 13, if this was like when I was like 9, I would have gotten like £6 for pocket money. And my sister, like the pocket money started kind of when I became cognizant of what money was. And I was about 5, and she must have been about 9 at the time. So we were not on the same trajectory for like money and stuff. So she got really annoyed about that, and I remember it just kind of began to fade out, which, you know, I was a bit a bit annoyed by that, but yeah, it was actually kind of funny, like random funny times during our childhood, me and my sister. Thank you as always for listening, and I'll talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye.